Hello everyone, it's Quest Dizzy today, and I want to talk about the Outer Worlds 2. So we had the Xbox showcase, and from what I saw, I was actually pretty impressed with it. I'm a sucker for third-person sort of RPGs and all that stuff, and it's both first and third person. So I'm actually like, oh great, that's great. The armors look cool, the locations look interesting. We haven't seen like the full quests and stuff. The companions look a bit, oh, I don't know, a little bit of a mixed bag of people and stuff like that. I think they said there's going to be like 7, and I think we've only seen a few, but we haven't seen all of them. So I'm like, okay, maybe they look good, maybe not, and maybe they'll have really interesting stories or something. From what I've heard, it's interesting, but it's not like, oh, I've got to play it. So yeah, overall the game it looks interesting. I think it'll be a good a game that's well received, and I think it's especially with the introduction of radios and stuff in the different factions and stuff, and the comment on what you do, like Fallout 3. When Three Dog used to say you did this, that, and the other, and that was pretty cool. I really liked that in Fallout 3, and to have that in this new game, Outer Worlds 2, I would really like that. It brings a little bit of nostalgia, and it's pretty cool that the world is, in a way, reacting to what you do. And that's what we like from Obsidian games, like the world reacts to you and stuff like that. And, I think that's what people really like, that they have an influence on the world by doing certain things. And if we see that in this game, that'll be great. If we don't, then that's not really what we're here for, is it? It's a role-playing game and stuff like that, and you can change the world and how you interact with it. And that's what I guess what a lot of us want from the sort of like cream of the crop studios like Obsidian and Xbox and all their studios. So, but then again, there's also the argument against the Outer Worlds 2 is that this price doesn't reflect what we're getting just yet, and I feel like that is justified. That seeing what we've seen so far, I'm not convinced of the price tag just yet. Like apparently it's like $80 in America. So it's like, and I think it's the baseline one is £69 or £69 in Britain, and then you got the upgrade version, which is I think is like $100, and it's 89 here. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive game, or you can get it on the Xbox Game Pass or whatever, and you can you just play it until you don't want that anymore, and then you lose the game. So it's interesting. I'm not too sure. Just looking at it, I'm not too sure if it's worth that much on purchase on Steam. Because it is expensive. That is, $80 and £69. It's pretty expensive, especially just the economics of Britain and America and stuff like that. It's going a bit bad. So I think it needs to be a little bit lower in the AA sort of market, I feel. Even though it's coming from like a AAA studio, but it doesn't look quite AAA. And I think that's probably in the graphics, that it's cartoony and stuff. I don't think people kind of got that. It's like, oh, it's a bit cartoony, isn't it? So they're kind of feeling like, oh, they haven't put much effort into the the mesh design and the texturing and all that stuff, because it is a bit cartoony. But where Obsidian shines is through the pathways, and you can do this, this, and this, and this, or you can do it this way, stuff like that. Like with New Vegas, there was a lot of talking and a lot of ways you can get around things, and that was pretty cool. Which we need a remaster of that game, and or a remake, and stuff like that, or a sequel. But yeah, the Outer Worlds 2, I'm looking forward to it because of the third person. It sort of made it accessible to me, because I just really struggle with first person perspective. I can be in it for a little while, and then it just starts to make me a bit funky. Makes me feel a bit sick for some reason. No idea. I think it's just like, oh, I'm in first person and moving around in first person, but I'm shut down. So it's like, oh, great. So having the third person, so it's like, oh, I'm watching a film, kind of aspect. I'm watching people. It's not in the first person. Anyway, but still, what I want to talk about specifically is the price point. I don't think it's right for what it is. I think it's getting too expensive for people, just, the common person with, with all the bills going up and all that stuff. I don't think these high up executives that are on thousands of pounds a year or month, I don't think they understand how bleak it is for the normal man, for the average man wanting entertainment and stuff like that. I mean, even the movie industry, cinema tickets going up and all that stuff, are you just like, I don't want to do that. And then you've also got the quality of cinema is going down the pan. So we're really apprehensive about spending money because it could be spent elsewhere and be more useful. So when you get a bit of entertainment and it's like really overpriced, I think this game, for me, what I've seen, it does feel overpriced. I think it should be in the 40s. No, it should be in the 50s. And the premium edition be the 60, the 69, rather than it. The standard edition is £69, and then the additional one is 80. So I think it's kind of gone not right, really. I think the has it been assessed properly, and it seems to be quite the talk. That's kind of like the conversation going about that it's a bit too expensive and not the price point people are expecting. Because people did say that the big price hikes are going to be on like staple games. So I imagine it would be like, on the next Halo or the big Gears of War AAA thing. Those kind of games will be £80 because they're big staple franchises of Xbox and other places like, Nintendo, like Mario is £80. Zelda is £80 because that's like our big thing. And then with the little games that come out are going to be reasonable priced. But that doesn't seem to be happening anymore because Obsidian was that reasonable price game, that kind of game win, and it was fun. But it's not like, oh, I want to do another playthrough. Especially with the Outer Worlds 1, I remember playing it one time, like all the way through, and I was like, yeah, I'm happy with that ending. That was good. I got like the good ending, so then I was kind of done with it. And and that was it with it. I didn't really want to explore any other endings. So it's just like, yeah, you get that feeling I'm getting that feeling with Outer Worlds 2 that it might be just a one and done kind of show through, unless there's like a lot of paths that you can take that are like good in the way that they think, in the factions that think they're doing the right thing. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, what do you guys think about the price of Outer Worlds 2? For me, I don't think it's right. I think it's a little bit too expensive for what we might get. I'm just looking at it and I'm not seeing. They seem to, even though it's coming out October, I haven't seen, and they probably will show off a big extended gameplay part and stuff like that. But I haven't seen enough to like pre-order it and stuff. Like, guys, we need to stop pre-ordering completely. If you are pre-ordering games, you really shouldn't be now, because it feels like what they're promising is not what they're delivering. And that's been a lot for a lot of games. So yeah, we need to learn a lesson. And yeah, so that's sort of my 2 cents on it. I think the game's overpriced for what we're getting, and I think they need to do a price reduction really in order to make some money. If people see like, oh, it's £55, something like that, it's like, oh, that's okay, yeah, I can afford that. Whereas 69 is like, oh, it's getting close to, it's a bit much. And then because you want all the DLC and stuff, and so you want a complete experience with all the armors and stuff that you're not missing out, because that's the whole point of the pre-orders and stuff, And I don't like that tactic. I like, oh, a special edition maybe. Why not just make the game, the bloody game, and include everything in it? Just come on, we need to get. It's a marketing thing, and it's really annoying. I'm sick and tired of it. Right, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. What do you guys think about the Outer Worlds 2? I like the look of it, but the price isn't, nah, it's not for me. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.